Well, good afternoon, Central Georgia meteorologist Ansley Parker joining you now with a severe thunderstorm warning over here in Taylor County. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's going on right now. It looks like we have an area with some pretty high winds and maybe even potentially some hail as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to pull up our hail parameter here and we will go ahead and get that going for you. All right, right now it does look like there is an area of hail over here towards Butler and Reynolds. So this is kind of a big area of hail. There's likely a lot going on towards the highway over here towards 540. So this is an area of hail. If you're out on the roads, you're going to want to be careful, maybe pull to the side or go inside and go ahead and park your car under a parking garage or in a gas station or something like that just to protect your windshield. It also looks like we have a bigger area of hail over here towards Byron, north of Warner Robins towards Centerville. So we want to pay attention to this as well. This looks like it could have some locally bigger hail as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at how big this hail is. Okay, so just shy of an inch in diameter. This hail is definitely a little bit bigger than this other area over here in Taylor County. So definitely want to pay attention to that area as well. But let's go ahead and switch back over to our reflectivity and take a look at what this severe thunderstorm is doing over here towards Taylor County. So give me just a second to switch back over here and we will take a look at it in Taylor County. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. It is set to expire around 4:30 this afternoon. And the National Weather Service does right now appear to be on track with that. So we will continue to watch this. But again, lots of lightning inside this storm. And again, we did see a bit of a hail parameter, but it looks like it's dying down a little bit. So hopefully that area where we have purple here, you can kind of see it start to fade out. So hopefully that means we won't be seeing as much hail here in just a few minutes. But again, this is in Taylor County and it is heading towards Roberta in this area over here. We are going to be watching it roll into zenith in the next few minutes likely. So if you're in zenith, if you're out on the roads, you definitely want to be aware that this is making its way towards you now. Again, we are just continuing to watch this area, but there are storms all across central Georgia here that are still packing quite the punch. Again, we saw some hail over here towards Byron and Warner Robins as well. So even if you aren't necessarily warmed, these storms that are outside right now, it's going to be important that if one of these is rolling towards your area, that you wait these out indoors. Again, they have some very high winds. I believe the winds in this storm are up to 60 miles per hour. And again, this hail diameter is just shy of an inch. So these storms can pack quite the punch, but again, they should not be super long-lived. We're looking at our typical summertime activity. So let's go ahead and zero back in on our severe thunderstorm warning here for just a second. And give me just a second. Let me just check our counties here and make sure that we are aware of where this is heading. So again, this severe thunderstorm warning is issued for Taylor County, but it is heading towards Crawford County as well right now, likely crossing the border to Crawford County in just a few minutes. It looks like the strongest part of our storm right now is over here towards Panhandle, just passing Butler. Again, it does look like there's still an area of hail within this severe thunderstorm, so we do want to pay close attention to that as well. Let me make sure that there is nothing new from the National Weather Service in our chat here. Just do a quick check. Okay, again, the main threats with this severe thunderstorm warning is just that it has some locally very strong winds. It says wind gusts are up to 60 miles per hour. And also, again, we did see some hail with this. Let's go ahead and check back in on our hail diameter. Okay, looks like the good news is hail seems to be dying down quite a bit. Earlier, we were looking at a very big area of hail over here towards Panhandle, Butler, and Reynolds, and now that has decreased in size quite a bit. So really, we're not looking at much hail anymore, which is a good sign. Hopefully that means this storm is dying down quite a bit. But again, we are still seeing lots of lightning and it is still moving quite slow. So it's still sitting kind of over the same area right now that it's been in most of the time. Again, we're really focusing in on this area here towards Panhandle, Butler, and Reynolds. That is where the strongest part of our storm is right now, especially if you're out on the roads, especially major roads, because of how dry our grounds have been with all the drought conditions we've been under. This is likely dumping a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. So we haven't really had a lot of rain. That means our ground is very, very dry, which means this could lead to a risk of flash flooding as well. So definitely important to make sure that if you're out on the roads, you're paying attention to where this storm is rolling over next. Again, it does look like our hail is dying down, which is a good sign. Hopefully that means this thunderstorm warning will expire at the time it's set to. Let's go ahead and check in on that other area where we were seeing hail just a minute ago. Okay, that is also dying down, so that's good news as well. Our hail diameter continuing to decrease in size, so likely that thunderstorm is also dying down just a bit. So we will continue to watch that. But again, our severe thunderstorm warning, if you're just joining us, is for Taylor County, but it is making its way towards Crawford County as well. Not moving very fast, I will mention. Really, it's sitting kind of over the same area that it's been in since this warning has been issued. So really this area here towards Butler, Panhandle, and Reynolds, that's where you're likely seeing the brunt of this storm. Again, our grounds have been very dry over the past few days, so this is likely dumping a whole lot of rain in a very short amount of time. So if you are out on the roads, that's kind of going to be the main concern right now, is just a risk of flash flooding. So this is definitely something that you'll want to pay attention to if you are driving, especially right now. But again, it does look like it is losing some strength, especially in this latest run right here. No real core. Hail core, we'll check on that again. Okay, yes, all hail from the severe thunderstorm warning does seem to have gone. Again, still a little bit of hail over here towards Byron, towards Centerville, just north of Centerville. Still having some hail in that region here, but where our severe thunderstorm warning is, again, not seeing any more hail now, which is a great sign. Hopefully we'll watch this expire at the time it is set to. Again, we have lots of storms across central Georgia today. Not all of them are going to be severe, but they're certainly going to pack a punch nonetheless. Our main threats with these storms right now seem to be high winds. I think the winds in this storm right now are up to 60 miles per hour. And again, we could see areas of hail even if there's not a severe thunderstorm warning. So it's best to wait these out indoors if you do catch one rolling across your area, just because these aren't really safe to be outside regardless of if they are considered severe or not. Again, continuing to watch this severe thunderstorm warning here in Taylor County, really continuing to sit in the same area it's been in the whole time. Still sitting over Panhandle, over the road here towards Reynolds. Again, right now it's looking like our biggest threat is mostly all of this rain that it's dumping onto the roads right now. We've watched the hail diameter decrease in size and leave completely, so not really looking at any hail anymore, but still lots of lightning as well. Definitely something that you wouldn't want to be outside for. So it looks like this storm is likely going to expire at the time that the National Weather Service has set it to expire. Again, that is at 4:30 today. So we will likely jump off of live for now, but we will continue to watch these storms over the next few hours, and Chief Meteorologist Ben Jones will be live at 5 on 13 WMAZ with more updates for you. Thank you for sticking with us, and have a safe rest of your afternoon.